player?
People
I wasn't here, I
died,
can't
and
recap.
Prentice actually killed something. Two somethings.
Yes, Prentice actually grew a pair. So, victory.
I
We
was surrounded by a fetchling.
A fetching fletchling? Where did you see a fetching fletchling?
Fetchling. Who was in the
The
bard of
bard.
fetchling?
Ah, yes, yes. She was a fletchling. How observant.
That's my excuse.
we investigated a bloodless cow and wandered through the woods and saw some ghosts.
And we all forgot about our Venus flytrap catching ghost bottle and the bobber things.
What?
Yes, you
The
did.
ghost siphon vial.
Oh.
Hot siphon.
FYI, we do have vials of ghost siphon meant to be capturing ghosts. If you see ghosts, and
I'm
you're
gonna
sure it's a
catch 'em all!
ghost, gotta catch them all.
You want to be the very best?
Like no one ever was.
Just to clarify, there are 5 ghosts, right? The big ones?
There are 5 big baddies, yes.
We need 6 for a fully
Can we
fleshed
see
out
the big-
team.
Can we put the big baddie ghost in these vials?
Maybe.
Hey, Prentice, next time you see this thing, instead of running away, maybe you should try and capture it.
He's not going on
I'm
his
still gonna run away.
He's not going on his Pokemon journey before me.
Alright, well, which lobby should we be in?
Let's just go to... let's go to PvE 1. Since
God damn it.
Watch the blood come out that pipe. Feeds the starch so nice and ripe. Drops of red so sparkly bright. Splatter spell her name just right. With the hammer killed his wife. Now he wants to claim your life. Tricksy father tells a lie. Listen close or you will die.
Alright. So... yeah, y'all forgot to go what happened last night in game. Remember, you were waking up in the morning.
I slept.
Zarkleen got visited by a dwarf with a big ol' hammer.
Hey, hey, I said stop. He said hammer time.
And Valorant, I believe something happened to you in the night as well.
Yeah. Nobody else in game knows it, but I was by the obelisk again, and I had a cow udder and wrote the letter A.
Yeah, the letter V and A.
Well, okay. V and A. I thought it was just A this time for some reason.
What were the names of each of the ghosts?
Father
Corvin.
Charlton.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, y'all can read them off. Y'all have.
Yeah, I've got Father Charlatan as Corvin Selphic, Vance the Lopper Sastreri?
Cetrusel.
Satrusel? Okay. And then there's Onyx Cudgel.
The Mosswater.
Huh?
Ispin Onyx Cudgel is the Mosswater Marauder. The Piper of Ilmarsh doesn't have a name. And the Splatterman was Heen Ferriman.
So the Lopper is Vance.
Correct.
Yep.
So VA's first two letters in the name Vance.
Very true. It could be that. Hopefully.
Or you could be a prick to the townspeople. We're not sure which.
Yeah, well.
You drink too much at night, sir.
Hey. Yeah. Who left?
We lost Andrew.
Hello.
You're back.
Don't leave us.
Yeah,
man.
hit enter, and it'll kick me out. But whatever.
Weird.
Was even kicked out of the server for spamming. I said fuck you and got back in.
But yes, so all that happened, and you have woke up in the morning. The smell of bacon is wafting up the stairs.
Ah, bacon. I love bacon.
Kendra looks up. Well, it is a type of meat candy, is it not? Have a seat, it'll be ready soon.
Aye, thank you.
Someone made a very good bacon effect there.
Actually, it was Ash pissing in the outhouse.
Oh.
It works both ways.
Bacon sounds like pissing in an
So,
outhouse. Okay.
Out of character, GM Fire. Does that mean that Ash pisses bacon?
Dude!
He's very manly.
Alright, back to game. So they y'all all sit over there. Okay. You can make a perception check for me while all y'all are sitting in that room.
I don't think I'm awake yet.
Dude, look at me.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, hell fourfold. Okay. Yeah, Valorant and Prentice, you're sitting very sleepy-eyed downstairs and don't really notice anything. Czar, you're barely awake. Hellforth, you're barely awake. Ash, you kind of hear some commotion going on outside, like a bunch of people trampling by.
God damn it.
There's motion outside. Sounds
Deja
like
vu.
lots of people running. God, you're right. Last time that happened, it wasn't a good thing. Shit. I'll go look. Miss, there's a large crowd running around outside. I'm go look real quick.
Kendra looks at you. Well, very well. And let me put the map over. Yes, your alarm clock was the exact same this morning when you woke. Not just kidding.
Live, die, repeat.
What's-
Edge of Tomorrow's tagline is live, die, repeat.
Ah.
I think Groundhog's Day with aliens and war. And Tom Cruise.
Okay. Sounds legit.
Yeah. Oh, sir, what's going on?
The devil did it again.
The devil? What are you talking about?
Well, I don't know who did it. The devil had to do it. The blood on the monument again. And he just
God
books it right.
damn it. Blood on the monument again. Alright. Guys, got blood on the monument again. I'm gonna go look.
Prentice is just gonna stare at Valoran.
Valorant, stay put.
Hey, none of you, out of character, none of you know about the first time being me.
Prentice, you told Prentice.
You
I told Prentice. I told
about
Prentice, but Sean has not said that Prentice has told anyone else.
They're talking about the devil did it, and by God, you look like a devil. So just sit put and be safe. Got nothing against you, but you know, appearances, and these people are stupid. Just sit down. We'll go look at it.
Fine.
Zarkleen, you
You
coming?
should investigate.
I'll stay here with the devil.
Sure, why not?
His excuse is gonna be the devil made him do it.
Y'all are running directly behind another commoner, yelling out that he's got to go see what the devil did this time.
Devil in down to Georgia.
As he turns the corner, you hear him go, "Oh!" He has a very shocked look on his face, and he's pointing while shaking his head.
Alright, what do we see?
As you get there, you can see the sheriff holding the crowd back as deputy is trying to help. In the background, you can see the monument over here with a large V written in blood and a large A written in blood. The town
Is
folk
the
are
V
freaking out.
is the V the original V or a completely new one?
It's a completely new one.
Sheriff. You got blood in your monument again?
He looks at you, he looks kind of annoyed. Well, it would seem so. Guess my eyes weren't helping me much last night. Must have slipped right by me.
You been sleeping well?
Yeah, make me a perception check.
Oh!
So close to a 20.
Ouch!
You,
Did you see that die?
it bounced back and forth between 2 and 20 twice on the table. It was sad. You look at him and he looks tired, but you can't. He doesn't seem that bad. He's like, well, I've just been doing my duty. Well, I could use some more sleep, but it ain't happening now.
Sheriff, maybe I can help you with this crowd. Good people, we'll get to the bottom of this. Please disperse and let us carry out our duties.
Make a diplomacy check. A few of them, looking, it's like, well, maybe he's right. Maybe he is. And, some of the people disperse, but not everyone.
Sheriff, do you mind if I look around? The last time I found some footprints. I might be able to find something more this time.
He looks at you and is like, "Oh, go ahead. There are some footprints this time, but it's very similar to what you pointed out the last time. Maybe you can
Alright.
find more."
So before I walk forward, I'm going to look for the footprints and see what I see.
All right. You see footprints. The ground where you're currently standing is hard packed, by the way. So it gets softer right here, however. Like, you can't see any footprints where you're currently standing, though. Just because the ground is really hard packed. You go forward and you can make a survival check. Alright, starting here, you see two sets of footprints. One going towards the monument, one coming back the way you're currently at.
And is the one coming back in at the hard packed from the crowd?
Correct.
Alright.
It appears that someone has walked that way and then walked back.
Well, guess I'll go look around the monument.
Oh, okay.
Still keep an eye out
Alright,
for anything.
yep, you see little drips of blood, basically going along with the footprints as they walk up.
Do I see...
I'd like to use Detect Evil on the monument.
Okay. It doesn't have any sort of evil aura.
So what do I see on the monument other than the V and the A?
Well, you see, you can make me a perception check, to see, you know. Let's see, what do you roll here? Alright, not much different than the last time. There's a fairly fresh coat of blood on it, spelling the V and the A. Laying at the base of the monument is a cow's udder.
Can I use a survival check to see how old the blood is on the monument?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
So you reach up and you look at the blood for a bit. You stick your finger in it. Put it, taste it with your tongue a little bit. You're like, yep, that's blood all right.
I'm gonna study it a little bit more carefully.
The sheriff walks up behind you.
Fuck.
Like, gods, man, you don't have to taste that. It's cow's blood. It's been there not too long. It's fairly fresh.
How fresh do you think it is?
Oh, probably less than 24 hours old.
But no one noticed during the day, correct?
Correct.
When was the last time you were by the monument last night?
Probably, my last patrol probably went by around midnight.
You didn't see anything then?
Didn't see anything then.
Perhaps this evening, Hellthorpe and I can lay in wait and see what we find. This happened the previous night too, did it not?
My thoughts exactly.
It was a few nights ago. Let me see what nights you guys are.
Yeah, I don't know what nights are on right now. I lost track. Is that 1 or 2 nights ago?
Let me pull up the sheet that I'm tracking down. It happened 2 nights ago. You were on. So it happened you're on the first night in town, and then you had the second, and this was the third night that you were in town that this happened on.
And this is the fifth night.
Third night.
This is the third night.
Right, you're currently on the fourth day.
So, on the fifth night, we might want to come out here.
Why not tomorrow or tonight?
Spacing of 2 days. It might happen 2 days from now as well.
Very well.
You want to search the woods, see if we sense anything, Halthorpe?
Good idea.
Well,
Want to
Sheriff,
use want to use detect evil in the wood.
I'm telling the Sheriff that first occurrence is 2 days ago. This occurrence is now. I think the next one might happen 2 days from now. It's just a hunch.
It's a fair enough hunch. Well, what do you suppose? You want me and my men to stake this out 2 days from now and see what happens?
We might be able to help you with that too. I'm really curious about this myself. It's odd.
Oh, fair enough. I am definitely willing to have company along for it. We can get down to the bottom of this.
Aye.
Hellthorpe, you do not detect any evil in the wood.
All right. Well, I can't find anything in these woods.
Well, if it's anything like the first time, there won't be anything else here to see. Footprints. Although first time was a rabbit and this time it's a cow's udder. Have you heard any reports of any local farmers' cows missing their udders?
Only cow-related time that I've had recently was a cow that had been sucked to death by a sturge.
It wouldn't have any blood left in the udder then, would it?
Well, that is definitely the case. Now, maybe someone will come and report their cow missing. Or dead,
that'll
or...
be a lead. Well, it'll be the best thing we have. Until then, we're utterly at a loss of what to do.
The sheriff
Boo.
face palms.
Ouch.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
He looks at you. Well played, sir. Well played.
Thank you.
GG no re.
Well, if you're done here, I'll go ahead and get my deputy to start cleaning this mess up.
Aye.
If you'd like to come by the sheriff's office in jail today, I'd have a few questions for you and your traveling companions about yesterday's activity. It was quite traumatic.
Aye, it was for most people, I believe.
Things like this keep happening. I suspect they'll be calling a town meeting soon enough. Let's hope it not get to that point.
Aye.
He tips his hat to you. Very well.
Good day, Sheriff.
Good day, Sheriff.
And he waves to you and he grabs both of these citizens by the shoulder and like drags them along with him. Nothing to see here. Come on, let's get back home.
Am I seeing any stray footprints in the area that might look like the ones leading to and from the monument?
You can make a perception check. Or a
Or
survival.
survival?
One of them. Yep, perception or survival.
Survival.
Alright, you see some footprints that come back around to the back of the shack.
Guys, I see some footprints. They're like the ones going to and from the monument. Do I see anything else?
Let's you'll have to make me a perception check. Alright. Well, you don't really see much of anything. As you go around the back of the shack, you look on the back wall, there's an assortment of different farming tools, etc. There is a waste bin and a table. The table appears to have some dried blood on the table.
Do I see anything in the waste bin?
You're looking in the waste bin now?
Glancing.
Okay. Well, if you're glancing, it'll be a perception check. If you're just saying you're looking in, it's pretty obvious.
Well, then I'm looking in.
Okay. Oh, when you look in, there's bloody rags that are red and soiled with blood.
How old does it look like it's been used? Like, recently?
Yeah, fairly fresh. The blood's still red, it's not brown.
Is this fresh? I look around the back of the like outside.
Well, over here, you see a field. Over here, you see a field. The grass
Oh, you
is pretty tall
smartass.
in both.
Do I see any footprints going towards the fields? Like the ones from the monument?
Yeah, there's some footprints going into this field.
Did he seem like the ones from before?
Yeah. You follow him for a bit, and in front of you is a cow laying on the ground with no udder.
Is it alive?
It is not.
I'm gonna search around this cow to see if I see who did this. Their tracks might still be here.
I'm gonna use Detect Evil on the cow.
Evil cow.
D&D out of context. You don't sense any evil on the cow.
Do I see anything with my survival check?
Not much other than the same sets of similar footprints that walked from the shack to the field and also to the monument.
Do I see where they came from though, or just go from here to the shed?
They come from here to the shed. You kind of lost them in the field otherwise.
Alright. I'm gonna go to the edge between these two fields and see what I see.
Okay. You see corn. Lots of corn in this field.
Looks like wheat to me.
The map lies.
Wheat for sheep.
I wonder if there's children in the corn.
Are you other two saying anything? Sarkleen and Helthorpe?
No, I'm just
guys
kind
make
of
perception
following
checks.
where you lead.
You can make a perception check to see if you
Yeah, I'm
see
just here for
anything.
the sights.
Well, yeah, I'm looking around like I'm looking around the cow and gonna following the footsteps too.
Okay. And Zar, while you were walking on, you saw kind of blood dripping from the field going back towards the shed, or along the same lines of those footprints. Like someone took a tool from the shed and butchered the towel and then walked back to the shed.
Zarkly, why don't you go westward, see if you see these tracks coming around this way. I'm going to go back up and see if I see them coming the other direction.
Alrighty.
That shed might be a good place for an ambush.
Aye. I meant to
Alright.
go to the right side of the map, Zarkly. I meant to say east, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, you said west.
I know, I meant east. I meant east.
East. Always east.
Yes, thank you. Like how we're...
Ash, as you're walking by this area, you hear an older man yelling at you. Get out my field!
Yes, sir! Sorry, sir, I was investigating a dead cow. Sorry.
Our
Uh, as this
apologies.
as you say that, he burst out of his house, and he has looks like a folding knife in his hand. Dead cow,
Oh,
you say? You killed my cow?
no. Somebody did last night and used his udder on the monument to desecrate it again.
You recognize this
Sir,
man as the same man from the cemetery.
sir, please calm down. We're just investigating the monument's desecration.
He folds his knife back, looks at you. So, now, you're the friends of that necromancer. There's a monument that's been desecrated twice since y'all have been in town, and yet y'all investigate? How convenient. It's obvious you're the ones doing it.
Well, I can assure you it's none of us.
Can make a diplomacy check.
Oh, god damn it.
Oof.
I'm gonna need some damage control health, Thorpe.
He looks at you. Well, you know, I really don't think you're doing it personally, but that devil you're traveling with, that wouldn't surprise me if he was doing all of this behind your back.
Well, he is pretty ugly, but the sheriff trusts us. We asked him if he can investigate this. He's okay with it. So we're doing what we can to help. Now we're here in town, and we just want to make sure things are going okay.
Very well. Well, if you could do me a favor and bring my cow back over here, and I'll give it a burial. I'm an old man, I can't pick up the thing myself, though.
Aye, well, we can help you with that. Huh? Now, give me one moment. I need to get a pill for Adrian
Alright.
real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
Alright.
How big is this cow?
That was old Bessie, the only cow I owned. She's a good heifer, probably 500 pounds or so.
Do you have a cart or a sled?
I guess back behind my shed, and he points over there.
Did you hear anything coming from the shed last night?
He stops, he thinks for a bit. Well, I can't say I do. I was up and had my nightly tea and went to bed and
I'm
woke
back.
up and don't really remember anything from last night.
What do I miss?
We I asked him if he heard anything last night coming from his shed. Uh, he said he had some tea and didn't remember anything past that.
And what time of night was that?
Oh, probably around midnight. Sheriff had just finished his patrol walking on by. Figured it'd be a good time to go to bed.
The last time the monument was desecrated, did you find anything odd in your shed?
Mm, not really. I mean, it's a shed. It's where I butcher my animals. It's my pigs, my chicken. Everything looked pretty normal.
We suspect that the vandal used your shed to, well, I can't say what, but had used your shed after killing your cow.
Mm, well, it definitely would be convenient, wouldn't it?
Would you pardon me a moment? I'm going to take one last look in the shed. Halthorpe, see if you can get any more information from this good man.
Where do you buy your tea, sir?
Oh, generally I get it from Lokar. He's a good man. He doesn't particularly like to order it, but he orders it for me.
Kurt, how to
Does it
whisper
normally
GM
have...
here.
Whisper is slash W space GM to whisper GM. Continue for it.
Does tea normally have this effect on you?
Oh no, I've never been made sleepy by it. Sorry, I was responding. Did you say something else, Self-Warp? I was typing at the same time and trying to read.
No, I've kind of exhausted my line of questioning, I think.
Alright.
Ash, be careful. Your last thing,
He looks at you. It's
the last thing you said wasn't to Jim, so
yeah, the
I don't
That's
know
important.
I didn't know if you
Well,
were
that
trying.
part wasn't important. The part that was important you didn't get.
Okay, just making sure that you got it right.
he went sniffing around and Alright, well he looks at you. Is that all you have to say for me? Yeah, follow me. I will get you set up with my cart and get that cow, and I guess I'll file a report with the sheriff.
Thank you, sir.
He leads you out of the house. And he shows you Shows you the cart.
Where would you like the cow?
If you could just pull it back here behind my shed, and I guess I'll let the sheriff handle the rest.
Will do. So I take the cart towards the cow.
Yep, and so you start walking out, and he kind of follows. You come up, and Ash is peering at the cow very investigatingly, stroking his beard.
Anything else to find here?
Unfortunately not. I thought I could, though.
Maybe when we move it on the cart, we'll find something. Ash, Zarkleen, if you please.
Will do.
I want to grab a leg and start trying to load it up.
Oh man, his last name's Mr. Gibbs steps back. You lift and it heaves. It's a bit of a, it's a heavy cow, but you get it up there in the cart just fine.
Was anything underneath it?
You can make a perception for me.
Oof.
Zarkleen, attached on one of the studs on your gloves as you picked up the cow, a piece of fabric got caught on your gloves, and it kind of looks like a pajama pattern. But it's a very small piece.
I show it to the other two.
What was the guy's name?
Gibbs.
Mr. Gibbs.
Mr. Gibbs. This looks like a piece of your pajamas.
He looks at him. Well, I sure do. Oh. And he kind of looks back over towards his house. That could have been that set I had hanging out last night. I probably should go back in and check and make sure my pajamas are not tore up.
I saw some filthy rags in your waste bin in the shed. I'll go check see if those belong to the full set.
Alright, I'll come with you. He motions to pull the cart.
I'll pull the cart behind his house.
I look into the waste bin and compare the fabric inside to what we just saw.
It's the same fabric.
Well, Mr. Gibbs, it is indeed the same fabric I saw in your waste bin. Someone took your pajamas down and used it to clean themselves up after butchering your cow.
That bastard.
Son of a bitch doesn't even trust someone else's pajamas laying around? Ain't nothing sacred anymore, is it?
There ain't nothing sacred anymore. Oh,
Messed with a
sheriff
man's
finds
johns.
this man and hangs him.
Ought to hang a man for tearing up someone's pajamas like that. They looked real comfy, too.
They had them imported from Catafast myself. Damn, I'm
Damn
gonna
shame.
All day today, Pivot is celebrating the planet we call home.
Cow. You could cook him up.
He looks at you. Hmm, that's a mighty fine idea.
A lot of good steak right there.
Hmm. Yeah, it is. Well, thank you for bringing him back. And he nods to you, Hellforb, and you, Ash. He completely ignores Czar and walks on by and goes into the house.
Zarkleen, I don't think he likes you.
Yeah, well, he kind of took offense to y'all too.
By the way, I have a knack for smelling things. I only smell the old man here.
You think he killed his cow?
I'm not saying that, but he's the only one to smell here. That and the blood. Well, let's get some bacon. I'm hungry.
Right you are.
I saw that you and Valorant had some conversations while they were out, Apprentice. I take it you were eating bacon while doing so.
Yep.
It is very nice caramelized bacon.
I imagine it would be.
So you make it back. You come back in, and Kendra is sitting there with Prentice and Valorant, and there's bacon on all the plates, and it looks like Valorant and Prentice are about done eating, and so is Kendra when you walk in. But Kendra's set aside decent portions of bacon for the rest of you.
Ah, thank you, Kenta, for setting that aside. I'm hungry.
She nods. Oh,
Someone
what's happened?
butchered a cow, cut its udder off, went into someone else's shed, used their pajamas to clean off, and went and desecrated the monument with the letters V.A. Evidence, of course, is blaming the devil here, not to Valorant.
Shut your mouth.
She, Kendra looks at you. It's like, Val? She kind of has a weird look on her face as she looks at you. Well, it must be nothing. I mean, names that start with V and A must be common, shouldn't they?
Like Vance.
I guess, yeah. Are you thinking
Valerie.
Advance might be doing this?
Well, we're investigating some of the old ghosts from the Harrowstone, and one of the people in prison there was this guy called the Lopper. His real name was Vance. And we've seen a ghost about a guy carrying an axe. I think it might be the same fellow.
Hmm. An interesting hypothesis. Well, don't go and get yourself killed looking into something. You have to stay here for 30 days to protect.
Well, that's true. Just figure since we're here, we're gonna be part of the town for the next month, and might as well do our part to help keep it safe and do something productive.
She looks at you and nods. Very well. Yesterday was quite the event, eh? Never seen anything like that before. Poor man.
Poor man.
It reminded me of some of the tales I heard of one of the old prisoners a long time ago.
Oh?
Well, a long time ago, there was this evil man named the Piper of Ilmash. He used to kill people with sturges, and he had affinity for playing bagpipes. It's quite a spooky occurrence, I would say. But alas, he died a long time ago in the fire. I'm sure it can't be related to him.
Hmm.
Well, we had planned to investigate something this morning and then head to Harrowstone afterwards. Wasn't that right, fellows?
Well, the sheriff asked us to stop by and discuss the events of last night. All of us.
Well, hopefully that won't take long.
I'll stop there first, I assume. Besides, we've done what we found just now, too.
So Kendrick gets up and starts cleaning up.
Well, thank you
Excuse
for
me, can I get
breakfast,
the
Miss
clean dishes?
Lorimore.
Thank you.
She nods, collects all the dishes, and goes back to the back room. Alright. Everyone
should
needs a
we
beer
be
break? Is that what you're saying?
Sounds good?
Alright, it seems that Andrew has went away for a second, so beer break it is. Just type in the window when you get back if you're going away.
I've started just having a bottle sitting next to the desk.
Back.
What kind of beer did you get?
Samuel Smith's Organic Chocolate Stout.
Sounds good.
The organic part is superfluous. It's the chocolate stout part that's the important bit.
Yeah. Is Samuel Smith the same one that did the oatmeal stout that you had me try?
Yep.
Nice. I am currently drinking the original Trader Vic's macadamia nut liqueur.
Fuck y'all.
It's like chocolate milk, but better.
Back.
Is it like Yoo-hoo with a punch?
Yoo-hoo with a pun.
Oh, no. Oh, I can't find the video. I was looking for the Beer Fest video where they try the first that new beer.
I remember I know what you're talking about.
I can't remember all the quotes for it, but that's what I would say right now. Anywho, let's move on with it.
Now we're waiting for Stu to get back.
Well, I told Stu and Zarkling, Health Open Zarkling, but I have an affinity for smelling things, and when we were investigating the cow, I
That
only
sounds
smelled
kind
the
of
old
dirty.
man there. I
That
have a
sounds
strong
really
nose.
dirty.
I have a strong nose.
I'm
I only
sorry,
smelled
but
the old man.
you have an affinity for smelling things? Just sounds dirty.
It can be actually sometimes, but What I'm
You,
trying
you,
to say is, I could only smell the old man and the blood. Damn it.
Prentice is falling out of his chair laughing.
You know, one of these days, I'm gonna scare the shit out of you.
That's not hard.
No, I mean, I'm really gonna scare the shit out of you one day.
I mean, it's really not hard.
Oh god.
Oof.
Be like, yep, that's Prentice.
All right, everyone's back. But yes, you had a nice in-character conversation there. All right. So, Ash was just
Oh,
explaining his sense of smell to everyone as, I guess y'all are determining what y'all are going to go do and what order y'all go do it.
are we headed to the sheriff's first and then back to the temple?
Aye. And I
Well,
think if we sense
Sounds
any
good
of
to
these
me.
ghosts, we might want to use these vials of ghost siphon, whatever the hell they are, and capture a ghost.
well, let's use the daylight we have.
You have a good bit of daylight. It's probably about 10 in the morning. Valrin, stop and make me a perception check. You don't see what you don't. All right, keep walking. Valrin, make me a perception check.
Woo.
You see in the window of this house right here, a commoner sitting there in the window pointing at you with his mouth agape and wide open.
I stop. I walk over to the window. Look in. Look at him directly in the eyes. Do I get a response out of him?
He's standing there petrified.
Stop that! I'll grab Valor and drag him off.
I was only having a little fun.
They already think you did it. Why do you want to egg it on?
Oh well. If they think I did it, let them believe it.
You know they're gonna hang you if you think that, right?
They don't look too deadly.
You're or death wish.
I'm gonna stop by here for a moment.
Nope.
Stop by the
we're all going
alchemist?
to the sheriff.
Fine.
Alright, as you walk into the sheriff's, the drunk prisoner is in the back, slobbering away drunkly. You see the deputy in the back corner tying a bunch of ropes. And the sheriff is sitting at his desk.
Morning, sheriff.
He kind of
Sheriff?
stirs for a bit, pushes his hat up and kind of straight on his head. Sorry, dozed off a bit there. Glad to see you come.
We investigated around the monument. We found the cow with the missing udder.
Well, at least there's a source. That's good.
It was in the field south of Gibbs' house. I assume it was his cow. Whoever butchered the poor beast stole his pajamas they're hanging up outside and cleaned himself off in the shed.
Wow, that is gruesome.
I know, stealing a man's pajamas?
Well, some men would love to have pajamas to sleep in. Well, some men would love to sleep.
Well, looks like I woke you up. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. I told you to come here. Good job investigating that for me.
While we were looking around, I'm reasonably sure the only person that was in that area was Gibbs.
So you're saying he killed his own cow? And he looks at you
I
kind
don't-
of smart-assly.
I don't know if he killed his own cow, but I can't tell if anyone else was over there other than Gibbs.
Well, we'll keep that in consideration. I don't see Gibbs going and killing his own cow for no reason, though. He's
Much
a
less
more
turn his
sensible
own
man than that.
pajamas. Much less turn his own pajamas to clean up. I know, it's very confusing. What's with all the ropes back there?
Oh, it's just a show. As he says that, the deputy kind of turns around and holds one up, and it's a noose in his hand.
A noose? A show? You're gonna put on execution for a show?
Oh, no. The town's getting freaked out. They want blood. We're gonna show them that the sheriff's office has the tools to punish just by hanging them outside as a slight reminder. Sometimes a little bit of fear can stop some crimes, if you know what I mean.
Aye, well, if it's someone who is susceptible to such fear, certainly would.
He kind of looks. What man doesn't fear a quick drop and a long,
One who's
painful
already dead.
snap?
One who's already dead.
He kind of looks at you and he tries to hold it in for a second. Then he loses it. He just starts laughing. He sits down, barely containing himself. Come on now. Don't tell me you're gonna be like one of the common folk here in the town and believe in ghosts and stuff.
Nah, he's like you need a laugh.
Oh yeah, that definitely was. It's been a while since I laughed. Thanks. And he comes and he slaps you on the shoulder.
I laugh with him. Yeah, that's a good one. Ghosts. useless superstition.
Yep. He looks over to you, Valerie. You might want to be careful around town the next few days. I've heard some town folk talking, and they don't like the look of you. I would stick to places you know.
Let me speak to the bard, Kindrus. Or the church.
And the crazy old man running the school.
You be safer at the church.
The sheriff looks, I believe those should all be relative safe place. They at least have some intelligence to them. The alchemist is probably a safe bet for you as well.
What about the smithy? I noticed her at the festival yesterday.
Well, to be fair, she really doesn't get out much. She kind of sticks to her shop and works all the time. And it's just always been a part of this town since for all I've been here, you know. Been here a long time, dwarf. Little bit of an oddity for the town, but, you know, I've never had any problems with her, so you might be able to drop by there. I don't think she would be susceptible to the town folk. Hell, she hardly talks to them.
It's kind of cute, too. For a dwarf.
He looks at you for a second. He sees your beard. Yeah. I would suspect some no less from a man who values his hair as much as a man like you.
I have a mighty fine beard, too.
Anyways, I called you over here just to get your account of what happened yesterday. I'm not exactly too sure myself, and I saw it with my own eyes. I wanted to get some more opinions from others who were there that actually fought these things. The only other person I saw up there fighting them, well, yeah, she's special. I, I don't even try to talk to that crazy thing. Might slit my throat in the night or something.
Talking about Eve?
He looks at you and just nods.
She's not that bad.
She plays the skeletons and smashes them. What do you think?
And he looks just like, oh, I'm not saying she's bad. But, honestly, I can't trust a word she says. She's too crazy.
Well, from where I was standing, it looked like the fellow with the bagpipes wasn't supposed to be playing when he started. Like he was interrupting the lady with the lute.
Yes, I can agree with that. It did seem odd for him to begin playing at, like, basically right when she finished her song. I'd never heard a song like that either before. It was so sad compared to the normal piping songs that we would hear in a festival.
The bard, she claimed she ran away because she saw him bleeding. I don't know whether to trust that or not.
Well, hey, he was definitely bleeding. There was a. Well, I don't know if you looked at his body afterwards, but the poor soul was covered in blood. It was coming from every orifice of his body. It's like something ruptured him on the inside and it all started spilling out. Nope.
Surely as a natural cause.
He kind of looks around. The only natural cause I can think of is poison. But I didn't taste any on the pipe. But I'm still hoping that it was a poison. It was just a small enough dose just to affect him. But that would not explain the sturges.
Well, they're
That was.
active.
It is true. We did have them active in the area, and maybe they mistaken the bagpipe for the sound of a wailing cow or something. Thought there was a easy prey.
Ms. Lorimore had mentioned a killer who had used bagpipes to control these creatures.
Ah, yes. A long time ago. And a piper. Gruesome fellow. But he's dead. The only thing I can think of, if it is someone trying to maybe imitate him, that could be a possibility.
Could be.
Why, with the way these people are so scared of their shadow in this town, it could be a great exploitation scheme. Haven't seen something like that since my days a long time ago.
What'd you see that?
Oh, I'd rather not say.
Hmm.
But before my time here as a small town sheriff, I saw some shit. Let's just say that.
That shit was real.
It was. But that's why I'm in the small towns now. Caliphas. Terrible place.
Well, I think the bardess of the church, we might go see what she says about the occurrences of last night.
Ah, yes, that would be a good thing, but she actually left this morning. She figured she needed to get back and inform the family of her piper of what happened, so she left as soon as she could.
Oh, well, maybe she spoke to the father about it.
Oh, I suspect she would.
Oh, well, is there anything else you need? Or else we'll be off.
Not at all. I thank you for your account of yesterday's events. That confirms kind of what I was thinking about it. It was just odd. I wanted to make sure I wasn't seeing things.
Aye. Well, get some rest. You need it.
I'll second the oddity of that. Thank you, Sheriff. We'll be on our way then.
Thank you. And you can see him kind of stumble over to his desk. He almost falls down as he gets to his chair. Kicks his feet up on the desk and tilts his hat over his eyes.
That man needs a sleep aid. So,
Well, let's get
Ghost?
this research done so we can get to the prison.
Totally a ghost.
Valrin, make me a perception check. As you're walking on the ground in front of you, back behind Czar's footprints, you start seeing letters being written in blood. VALOREN. And then they disappear as you begin to walk over.
I just keep. I pretend it didn't happen and keep walking. Trying to keep pace with everyone else.
Okay. Prentice, make a perception check. You got separated from the group.
Yeah, I know.
Right next to some
Prentice,
woods.
you see a floating axe.
And he goes, whoop!
Czar, Ash, and Valrid, all of a sudden you see Prentice booking it as he catches up to you guys and passes you. And he's running straight to the temple. L4P blows by you as
damn it.
well.
Hey, Sean.
He really likes to study.
And as he ran past, all you hear is, nope, 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 nope.
Hey, Sean. Woo! Missed me!
As you pass by Evelyn sitting outside the temple, as you're saying nope, 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 you pass through the door and she just says, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm immediately going to walk up to the father and ask for permission to go into the archives again.
He looks at you. Fair enough. He hands you a piece of paper that has some other books on. I noticed how you had organized your research materials. If you would mind putting these in the same system, that would be good. I couldn't help but admire your organization.
No problem.
And he goes back and opens the door to the archives for
And Prentice books it in there.
Ha,
I
ha.
follow Prentice.
Books it in the
quietly.
books.
I see what I did there. I didn't even notice I'd made that pun, but I'm cool with it.
Alright.
Punny.
Hey, hey, Evelyn. What you doing today?
Stuff.
Stuff like...
She just looks at you and tilts her head. Fun stuff. Gonna go to the graveyard, play some, research some.
Research? What are you going to research?
She, looks at you. You don't want to know. When she gets a big smile on her face.
Why don't I want to know?
She laughs and skips away.
Maybe next time.
Princess, as you sit down and you start opening up a book, uh, Ash, make me a stealth check for me.
Ah, damn, not again.
And I'll need you to make me a perception check, Princess.
Damn.
We both suck.
Princess, you are so very focused, and right as you're starting to bend down, you feel breath on your neck, and then there's a big creak in the floor.
Jump away, turn around, go, what the bloody bugger now?
As you're doing that, Ash is saying boo.
Wear a bell, damn it!
Sorry. You seem scared. No, seriously, what happened?
Same thing that always happens to me when I walk by the woods on my lonesome. Saw an axe.
You know, when you're running by next time, maybe just say something so the paladin can go there and sense evil and maybe capture a ghost with a ghost siphon vial.
What? Me running by shouting nope, nope, nope didn't clue somebody in?
Well, he thought you just really wanted to do your studies.
Saying
You know, he
nope?
is paladin. Come on now, he's a paladin.
Now, to be
Saying
fair,
this is
if
Hellthorpe
I've been
standing right beside him.
if I've been
Hellthorpe's in the other
shouting
room.
books, if I've been shouting books repeatedly, I could see it, but I was shouting nope.
You know, we're gonna have to pull an experiment later, for the sake of science. Just make sure you run in our direction when we do it.
Why don't I like the sound of that?
You weren't meant to like the sound of it.
Can I go back to my research now?
Alone?
I don't care. Books haven't tried to kill me yet.
Yet. I walk out.
Gonna talk to the father. Good morning, Father Grimborough. Did Sister Eveline appraise you of last night's events?
Oh, she did. Quite disturbing.
Do you have any insight about what happened?
Well, everything that I can understand, just from Eveline's description and the description from the Ladybard herself, it reeked of negative energy. I'm no expert on negative energy, however. I've never went down those paths myself. Eveline, however, has an affinity for it.
Maybe I should talk to the sister.
Yeah, she might be able to give you more information about at least the negative energy. But yes, that would be my. I mean, just from what I've heard, it sounds like something not of our plane, using its energy to manifest itself. Quite dark.
Well, thank you, Father.
He nods and he goes back to preparing some water in the back of the temple. placing it in the bottles, saying some prayers over it, and sealing them.
I want to make a knowledge religion. I mean, unless he's praying to Pharasmus, for sure.
He's playing. He's praying to Pharasma.
Okay.
So you left Prentice alone with the books, right?
Sure did.
Yay!
I'm back there, but not in the
What's
same exact
happening to
area.
Prentice here? Okay. Ho ho ho. What's gonna happen with Prentice? Alright, make me a perception check, Princess.
I know nothing.
Alright.
You get really focused.
So as you study for a bit, you're reading one of your books. After a while, you start noticing little drops of blood dripping down onto the book that you're reading.
Even with my crappy perception check, I noticed the blood.
Yes, you notice the blood drop because it's kind of like right in front of your face. I didn't say that's what you're rolling your perception for.
Awesome. Uh, I'm going to calmly stand up and walk out of the room.
As you stand up, the book lifts up off the table and starts to float.
Is it gonna follow me?
As you take one step back, it flies forward and kind of snaps at you. Like snaps shut.
Okay. I'm gonna run out in front of Father Grimbro shouting, "Exercise me."
Jumping jacks, and 1, and 2.
Father Grimbro, I need an exorcism!
He just look. You hear some laughing coming, and you see Evelyn running into the temple, laughing her ass off.
Damn it all to hell.
I slap her on the back. Say, "Good job. You needed that."
He looked far too serious in there. And she
He
kind
does
of
love his books.
casts a spell on Prentice, and some blood starts dripping on you. Prestidigitation.
I'm going to walk over to Evelyn, grab my journal, and bop her on the head with it, going, "No. Bad."
She pouts and kind of
Books
looks
are
angry.
Books are supposed to be my safe place. Everything else is fair game.
She looks at you, gives you a thumbs up. Gotcha. And walks on out.
And Prentice is going to try to gather whatever dignity he has left and walk back into the archives.
Alright. The book is sitting there nice and clean and on the table as you left.
Prentice is going back to his research.
By the way, your perception was to see if you could see her in the window casting the spell.
Gotcha.
Alright, so you're researching. What are you researching?
I am researching the Splatterman.
You are researching the Splatterman. Okay, that's going... Let's see. I think I said 4 hours per prisoner, so it'll take you 4 hours to research the Splatter Man. So you can
Cool.
make a knowledge local or a knowledge history check.
Is there anybody helping me with the research? Or am I making the knowledge roll on my own?
I'm
I'll
researching the
help.
Spider-Man for sure.
So that means I'll get their bonuses added to whatever I roll, right?
Uh, each of them can add a +2 in.
Okay.
They'll need to make a knowledge roll as well and beat a 10 to add their +2 to it by technicality.
Gotcha.
Which knowledge is it? History or what?
History
Or
or
local.
local.
Woo!
So 22. Let's see if anyone else adds on. Still a 22.
Nope.
Which one was it?
History or local. Okay. 24. Yeah, knowledge, history, or local to assist Prentice in research if you wish.
So we've already
Alright.
researched the Lopper?
Yep, we've already researched
Yeah,
the
I did
Lopper.
that last time.
Okay.
Let's see, 26, and you get a 4 from the book, so you got a 30. What do you learn with a 30 knowledge?
Probably everything.
Please say everything.
You're gonna learn a lot with a 30. I think that's everything. It might be a 35 for everything, but I'll check. La 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 la. We are looking for the Splatter Man. Alright. Keen Ferriman, the Splatter Man. He was a celebrated scholar, a professor by trade. He was celebrated in the field of anthropomastics, the study of personal names and their origins. He worked at the Quarterfox Archives in Caliphas. Yet, he had a accidental association with a succubus that twisted and warped his study into an obsession.
Aaron, question.
Accidental.
How do you have an accidental association with a succubus?
Yeah.
I grappled
Just a tip turned into a full dip.
I grappled the succubus. That's all that happened.
Okay.
Grappled.
That is okay. Out of GM character, I have read things of grappling monks accidentally grappling a succubus in combat and then losing a bunch of levels because they were grappled with a succubus.
They touch what they weren't supposed to or something?
It's because the level drain ability, the succubus has to have someone in a grapple to use it, and yeah, I have to have them in the grappled condition. And no matter if you're the grappler or the grapplee, you both gain the grappled condition.
Gotcha.
Note, don't grapple a succubus.
Or if you can afford the loss in levels, do grapple a succubus.
That's true.
Yep. Alright. Furtherwise, Heen had a... Basically, his reputation was ruined. He lost his tenure. all from his little scandal. And in his downfall, he developed an uncontrollable obsession with an imaginary link between a person's name and what happens to that name when that person dies. Every few days, he would arrange for a victim to find a letter of their name written in blood, perhaps smeared on a wall, or spared out carefully, generally using animal entrails. Once he had finished spilling the victim's name, he would at last come to kill them in a gory mess, using a complex trap or a series of rigged events meant to look like an accident. You also know that he was an accomplished spellcaster. Before his fall, he was accomplished in the arcane arts, kept his own spell book, and was one of the few items that he brought with him to Harrowstone before it was quickly confiscated away. And what else do you find out about the Splatterman? No, yes. You found out that all the other prisoners in Harrowstone had a utmost respect for Heen. It was a respect from fear, as they felt that even in his shackled state he could overwhelm everyone there and take control. Thus he was stored in his own special cell in Harrowstone, isolated from all the other prisoners. And let me get you the name of his cell, because y'all got a really good check. The name of his cell was the Nevermore. And that is what you learned about the Splatterman in your 4 hours of research.
What kind of time span would take it to find the Lopper cell, since you know almost everything else about him? Ideally,
You
you would know
already,
where to keep looking.
yeah, you already found out where he is. He was in the Oubliette.
The basement?
Yep.
Yep.
In one of them pits.
The Nevermore is located in the basement as well.
So we have the Oubliette and the Nevermore, right?
Correct.
Cool.
Alright, it's about 2 o'clock in the... Actually, because of Prentice's little screaming bit, it's probably about actually 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh yeah. Blame the guy that had people playing pranks on him. I see how it goes.
So is there time for us to go to Harrowstone today?
You guys can feel free to go. I refuse to go until I have researched all these prisoners of note, of infamy.
We've only got 3 left.
How many do you have so far?
2.
Well, it took you 4 hours, so we can do 1 or 2 more today.
Unless we split up a little bit.
Aye.
I mean, if you want it, if there are a couple of you willing to do a preliminary viewing of Harrowstone, so the rest of us know what we're going to get into, that'd be cool. And now that I no longer have people playing tricks on me in here, I should be safe. So it's up to you guys.
I think no one should be alone. I'll stay here with Prentice. The other 3 of you can scout Harrowstone or help do research. If you do scout, don't go inside. Just scout the
Wait,
perimeter.
how do you whisper again?
Slash. If you're trying to whisper me, it's slash W space GM.
Okay.
Just like that, without the period.
I'm not going to scare you anymore, apprentice. Until we get to Kendra's, then I'll scare you then.
Well, should we go to Harrowstone
Well,
and
why don't we just...
search, or no?
Why don't we knock this out and start fresh tomorrow?
I suggest we go in a team of 2 and a team of 3. And the team of 2 will investigate one other ghost, and the other 3 will investigate the other aiding each other. And it's quiet.
It is quiet.
Well, that sounds like a plan.
We've got a Piper, Onyx Cudgel, and the Father.
You have about 4 hours till the archive to the temple normally would be closing for the evening. You might be able to convince the father for an extension, however.
Alright.
Why don't we split up into 3 teams and just investigate the last couple of prisoners?
I'm perfectly willing to go ask Father Grimborough for an extension in the archives, considering, he knows that I will put everything back just as I found it.
Yeah, I figure the extension, get
Or we in the case.
get the extension, get everyone today.
Why don't you go to Paladin and ask that?
Yeah, I can
likes
take
you.
care of this.
Just ask it
likes
on.
you best.
Just bring me into it. I'm pretty sure we'll have a solid yes from him.
Or, you can
Father
both go.
Grimborough.
He looks at you. Yes.
Prentice and I were thinking if you were willing to leave the archive open for another 4 hours tonight, that we could finish our research and set out for Harrowstone in the morning. Would that be acceptable?
Make a diplomacy check for me.
Oof.
He looks at you and as much as I trust you, but I just can't have the temple open past our normal hours. It's the precedence. I
I'll
grant
poke
it
my
to
head out.
you, then someone else
Interrupt.
will ask.
I interrupt, poke my head out and shut out down the corridor to Healthorpe. Did you tell him Prentice will organize everything he ever wants while we're in the town? I might help.
You jackass!
What about it, Father? Would Prentice's organization change your mind?
He looks. Well, if he is organizing all of my books, as long as he stay, I can allow all of you to stay here for the first 4 hours until we close, but he'll have to do the last 4 by himself. That way I can at least pass it off as anyone here was, anyone who might have seen him, he was just working, not actually actively using the temple.
Fair enough. Thank you so much, Father.
Nods. He sees you, Ash. Thank you for volunteering your friend. He is quite good at organization.
And
I
you hear
know.
from the doorway to the archives. I'm cool with it.
If it's any problem, Father, I'd like to stay behind while he's here the last 4 hours and make sure he's not alone walking back to Kendros. He's seen some scary things walking by himself.
Fair enough. Wait outside the temple, though, as I will have to lock the door.
That's
What you
fine.
do outside, that's up to you.
Thank you, sir. I pat Prentice on the back.
Prentice is already researching the next prisoner, i.e., the Piper of Ilmarsh.
Perception
Alright,
and
you
stealth.
can make your knowledge rolls.
Wait, do what?
You can
Brady
make your
talked over
knowledge
you.
rolls. He said
Okay.
perception check.
Gotcha. I'm pretty sure Ash probably scared the crap out of me again.
I wasn't trying to be sneaky.
Holy shit!
Jesus
Alright, well,
Christ.
none of y'all even have to aid another, so
Okay.
Yeah!
So,
you know everything about the pipe.
Well, the rest of us are investigating another ghost, right?
there's yeah.
We can all aid each
Right,
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
Who's-
After
yeah.
the Piper, there's still the Marauder and Father Charlatan, so if you guys want to try for one of those, go
Charlatan.
That's true, yeah. So,
Marauder? Marauder?
That's fine.
The two going
you
for the
guys make up
Marauder.
your mind on who you're researching.
The two going for
Alright,
the Marauder
So
go
y'all
well.
are...
Is this a history check?
Yep,
Who has
history
better
or local.
history?
for it. It's history or local.
I've got +1 in both, so.
Alright, so... let's see... Hellfort, make your roll.
I thought.
I
Oh.
take it Ash, Zarkleen, and Hellforp are researching the Marauder.
Well,
I'd say
Yep.
yes.
if Sean's already got the
Valorant can research the other one.
yeah, if Sean's already got the one, I don't see why we can't do just 2 and 2.
Okay.
Well, why don't you look at the other one, Valor, and see what you can see.
Okay.
That's true, yeah, you can start researching that one and then, you hand off the book The Princess for him staying afterwards, because I doubt you'll get everything.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to do some extra researching.
Okay. So, you were looking up at the Piper, Princess, so...
Yep.
Alright. The Piper of Ilmarsh. His real name has been lost to history. He lived in infamy just under his, killing. The Piper was known especially for the way he killed his victims. He would lure them deep out into the woods, where they were serenaded by a mournful dirge from his bagpipes. However, he took much more preparation before all of this. You see, he just used the bagpipes to call in his surges to drain their blood. His bagpipes were not how he would make his targets susceptible to these surges. He would slowly kill people by dousing their meals ever so slightly with lich dust each day for weeks upon the time, until finally they would collapse paralyzed on one of their travels. and he would then call in his pet sturges to drink them completely dry. He was not seen as quite the threat by the guards of Harrowstone, as he was powerless without his sturges or his lich dust. He was just a man of a sick mind. So they kept him on one of the lower secure cells on the second floor of Harrowstone, along with an assortment of other prisoners.
So he doesn't have like a special cell or anything?
Mm-mm. He was just kept on the second floor with a bunch of other prisoners. And yes, Czar, a mournful dirge to summon the stirred.
Alright, anything else about him?
That's about all. He doesn't have much information about him, other than, I mean, y'all actually already learned a lot about him just from other people.
Cool.
Okay, Hellthorpe, Ash, and Zarla. So we'll take Hellthorpe's role here. So, and they're both over, so 20, let's see, 18, 19, 20. Oh, you're looking at a 22, a 26 with your book. Hey, you actually researched very well. That's the 25 is the DC for all the information on someone. So, who are you researching again? The Marauder?
Yes.
That's right.
Hmm. The Marauder is a sad tale. Only 5 years before his hometown of Mosswater was destined to be overrun and ruined by monsters from the nearby river, Ispin Oxencudgel was a well-liked artisan and a doting husband. However, when he discovered his wife's infidelity, he flew into a jealous rage and struck her dead with his hammer, shattering her skull and his sanity with one murderous blow. From the shame and guilt of killing his own wife out of his own rage, he was convinced that he could rebuild his wife's skull and she would come back to life. But he could not find the last blade-shaped fragment from the murder site. So over the course of the next several weeks, the dwarf stalked and basically followed women into their house, tied them to their bed, and smashed their skull. Nearly 20 women succumbed to him as he searched for just the right segment. He was captured just before murdering the daughter of a visiting nobleman and was carted off to Harrowstone that same evening. He was kept in a special room, however, so I will tell you that as well. He was kept in the basement. And he was kept in an area of Harrowstone called Reaper's Hold. It was a section of the prison for those who were up next in the execution line.
There's rice roll. Sorry, guys.
And that's what you know of the Mosswater Marauder.
And I guess now time for, well, bio break.
Okay.
Yeah,
Be right back.
stopping point.
Am I gonna learn, like, anything of value?
Yep, you did learn something about Father Charlton.
Okay. Just making
So
sure
whenever he
it
gets
wasn't.
back, I'll tell.
Yeah, just making sure it wasn't completely useless.
I better be right back myself and grab a drink.
All right, same here.
I'm back. Welcome back.
Now watch me botch the knowledge check on Father Charlton.
Critical fail. Oh,
Shut up.
it's
Yeah,
okay.
don't-
Valorant got you with his 9 knowledge.
Hey,
Yeah. Valorant, way to go.
hey. I
Dude,
have.
man, that 9 probably provided vital information.
Shut up.
Is everyone back? I don't think Zara's back.
I'm good at Arcana.
I just sat down.
Alright. So everyone's... Prentice, just as you're about finishing researching on, yeah,
On the Marauder.
on the Marauder. No, you weren't on the Marauder. You were on, the Piper.
No, wait, was I? No, we did
Yeah.
just did the Marauder.
Yep.
They
You did
did the
Marauder.
Marauder by themselves.
Oh,
They did the
yeah,
Marauder
okay, so
without
the
you.
Piper.
Yeah.
I
Just as
got
you're
you.
finishing
Alright.
up on the Piper, Valrin comes running over with a book to you. It's like, you'll never guess it. There was a guy called Father Charlton in Harrowstone. And he points to the book.
And Prentice being a dick is gonna... What is it, Lassie? Is Timmy stuck in the well?
Fuck yo shit. Kurt, you gotta give me at least a little bit of credit. I knew that there was a guy already in Harrowstone with the father's name. Like, that was complete common knowledge.
Yeah.
Alright, I
And
guess I